So first of all, why don't increasing minimum wage hurt business? Why do these other states like Washington, Oregon raise their minimum wages and have cost of living adjustments every year and still be booming, doing as well as we are or even better? And there are several reasons, and one of them is that most of it is in fast food or retail, and everybody's affected the same way, and it's really not a very big part of the wage bill. So it's not a very big part of the cost of doing business. If you're a fast food franchise, you've got all these other costs, and the part that the minimum wage spread out over 3 years is as a part of your wage bill is very, very small. So actually, it doesn't have the negative effect, but the positive effect is that it puts money in people's pockets.
Most employers of minimum wage workers are large corporations nationally. They're the Perkins, the Denny's, and of course everybody else who can get away with it. But the idea that we're going to hurt small businesses like the mom and pop shops, for example, that the restaurant industry always trots out to the legislature. The idea that we're going to hurt those businesses is contradicted by the fact that people will have a bit more spending money and they'll be able to spend it in their local communities, and that is where they'll spend it.
It may not help the Jaguar dealer to have to pay more to have the cars washed, because the $12 an hour person is not going to buy more Jaguars than they did at $8. But the grocery store operator may well gain from higher incomes in the community, particularly community where people aren't paid that much.
If we raise the minimum wage to $9.50 by 2015, we would automatically see in that year of 2015 $470 million in spending. That would certainly help our economy. All kinds of businesses all over the state need people to have money to be able to spend in their local economies. And so it's an awful lot of money. It's a big, big stimulus.
And the poorest people, or the lower income people, who are going to spend it fast, and they're going to spend it locally.
And if the minimum wage were increased, even those that are above would buy, just by the nature of the market, would get raises. It's not, the minimum wage does not just impact the people at or below the minimum, it impacts the people that are above.
And it means that the people are receiving the higher wages are going to be paying taxes, more taxes, income taxes, sales tax, as a part of what they're receiving. So it has very positive benefits for us in that way. And the other really important point is that if we raise minimum wages, the demands on our state welfare spending are going to go down. The demand for food stamps, for medical care and everything else, that frees up the state government to spend more money on education, on infrastructure, or even tax, lowering tax rates, all of which would have a positive effect on the economy.